All right. We are focused, and I too am focused. Welcome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. My name is Jonathan, or John, or Jono, or Johnny, whatever you want to call me. But welcome to my first video, first little commentary. This could be a learning process for us all. So buckle in. It's going to be a bumpy ride. I'm already hurting emotionally. You know what? For the first video, I thought it'd be super fun because the other day I smashed down a chestnut praline latte, and that only means one thing in my life, and that we're getting closer to Christmas. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I, for one, feel like Christmas is coming and going way too quickly. But I don't know. I like it. I want to marinate in it for longer. I'm going to start looking at you now. But yeah, I just want to start enjoying Christmas more, so I'm going to start listening to Christmas music earlier. And so I watched Christmas movies earlier. Just the one. But I cranked out a Christmas movie the other day. Yeah, you got it.
I got 2 unaccompanied minors.
Gotcha. Now, Unaccompanied Minors is probably my favorite Christmas movie, just above Big Time Christmas, because that's the only one that competes. Sure, it's easy to poke fun at things that you don't like or that you find a lot of flaws with. And sure, there are a lot of flaws with this movie. It's not objectively a masterpiece. It is subjectively, but I understand for other people it might not be. And you know, what is life if not poking fun at the things that you enjoy? So Unaccompanied Minors is, or Grounded, which I found out when researching this, is called Grounded in the UK and the Republic of Ireland. So it was released theatrically in 2006, but I watched it on YTV, sitting on my couch, scarfing down an entire Delissio pepperoni pizza. But when it comes to the story part of it, it's about 6 kids who end up stuck in an airport on Christmas Eve overnight. And then chaos ensues. In terms of characters, it's a really neat way, a little fun cinematic parallel structure kind of way they introduce each character and their situation, just for us to get an understanding of who they are at their core. Right at the beginning, we have who I think is the star of the movie, and it's Charlie Goldfinch, who you may recognize from Everybody Hates Chris. And the next up, we have Aubrey Plaza, who you may know from... Wait a minute. Oh, no. Wait, sorry, that's not Aubrey Plaza, but it's just some girl who looks a lot like Aubrey Plaza. Let's call her the Kmart version of Aubrey Plaza. You'll understand why later. Next up, we have Donna Malone, who is another Kmart edition of a celebrity who I think she looks a lot alike, which is Clove from The Hunger Games, also Orphan in the movie Orphan. And finally, we have Spencer Davenport, who he's literally Jesse Eisenberg and Andy Samberg put together. That's just who he is. I can't unsee it ever when I watch this movie. So he's kind of like the leader of the group, I would say. Like, the story kind of revolves around him and his little sister, Catherine, who he's trying to... I guess this whole responsibility of the movie is to make sure that she kind of keeps her Christmas spirit and just keep her happy. Because we see when we get to the airport, Spencer and Catherine and their mom, who's the missus from Criminal Minds, and they're going off to visit their dad for Christmas. Obviously, there's like some rifts there and, you know, conflict, family drama. We also meet a couple other characters. One's Mr. Porter, who's kind of the head of passenger relations. And we also meet Zach Van Bork, who is Fez. I've never watched that 70s show, but he's from there, and I recognize him from that. But he's just kind of like a super nice clerk guy, and we love him. But that's one thing I gotta cover early, is because I find that all of the adults in this movie, they're either one of two things. They're either mean or just pathetic, and I'll explain why. Any character that's introduced who is above the age of like 18, they're either just like dicks to the kids or other adults, or they just let themselves be treated that way from dicks. So if you're not mean, you're just like, oh, dude, you're just sad. And then Spencer and Catherine are hanging out while they're waiting for their flight, but then boom, a blizzard hits, and nobody saw it coming. Like a massive snowstorm grounds all flights, and nobody even saw it on the horizon. And the airport is erupting. It is madness in there, which from a production standpoint sounds like the most labor-intensive, nightmarish situation to be in, because there's so many extras. They're all howling at each other. You're just like wrangling kids, adults, and luggage, because that's intense. I would not want to be a part of that. I mean, as an actor, it would be a ton of fun, but not the other way around. But anyway, so Zach takes Catherine and Spencer down to what's called the room, where they keep all the kids that are traveling without parents. And boy, does this place look like a cesspool of puberty. But like, this is where all the kids come to congregate in the one place. Again, so many extras. And like, this is what I imagine a Blackpink concert to look like. There's just like, there's definitely a dead body in there somewhere. You know what I mean? That smell that they're smelling is obviously just the rotting carcass of a child who just, I don't know, maybe he ran into the wrong people, but I'm just saying what I'm thinking happened. Sometimes you just gotta read between the lines on these things. Trust me on this.
Good times, you guys.
Oh, what the frick? What was that? Okay, good times, you guys. Okay, that reminds me of one of my other favorite movies, Meet the Robinsons. You remember the frogs that play jazz? And the guy's like, oh, you bunch of bozos. You know how to have some good times. I'm so bad at accents.
All right, you bozos.
But that's what it reminds me of. Good times, you guys.
Good times, you guys.
Nice jacket. Abercrombie?
Please, it's Dior. Why, is yours from ANF?
Our mom bought it for him in Kmart.
Oh, burn. See, okay, so I was trying to find what the Kmart equivalent was in Canada. Zellers. It's pretty much Zellers. So I'm just going to think that this is a jacket from Zellers, which is fine. So shut up. Anyway, the rich could suck.
Juice box in my back. I am laying on a juice box.
All right, boom. And now the kids are out. What will happen now?
Al, calm down. It's not even snowing out.
So this is another, adult in this movie. And he works at the Clean Earth Society. How did you not know it was snowing, dude? You have like a thermic weather pattern on your computer right now. You're obviously researching and observing climate patterns and change and weather conditions. So how did you not know it was a blizzard going on beforehand? But, that's just me. The mains all leave, and that's kind of what kicks off our little gang all going on their little side quests. They're at the airport. Charlie visits an electric store. Donna steals one of those vehicle things people used to get around. Rich Kid Grace goes to the airport lounge to, indulge in all that. Beef is in what looks like a storage room, like equipment room. And Spencer's waited on by Kelly Kapoor. And this is kind of like the start of their Avengers style roundup, right? Charlie's so good, man. He's just being him and unapologetic about it. Count it. Charlie's Starly counter. He's got to begin. We got to have another moment for him. Man, it's so crazy that Beef just dies there. It's so dark.
Hey, take it back up, fingers.
Uh-oh, and now all the security guards are finding all of the unaccompanied minors that have escaped the airport gulag. And Grace pulls a little bit of a pro gamer move here. She,
Are you gonna let me get dressed, or should I just walk out of here naked?
And then they go into an epic Mad Max chase scene. It is insanity. See, and then, so the thing I don't get about all of the security guards getting after them, Spencer died and dashed. So that's pretty ridiculous. Beef was using equipment that he probably shouldn't have. And then Donna literally has been causing property damage, so that just makes sense. But I don't know what the rules are for airport, what the airport laws are when you're a minor. I know when I travel alone when I was around 14, but I just hung out. So they should just be allowed to, it's not like their mom signed a waiver for them to be taken care of. She just went up to a lady and was like, hey, just so you know, just so you can look out for them. That all being said, I think that Grace and Charlie were perfectly fine with what they did. Charlie was just being an innocent kid playing around with some of the things in the electric store. Maybe shouldn't have used the nose trimmer in his nose when it was on display. And then Grace, yeah, she had the card to let her into the lounge. So doesn't that mean she's a member and she can use it? Yeah, I think so. All right, and then we're going back to the unaccompanied minors room. And here is where they meet Thanos.
They went where all the good little boys and girls go for Christmas.
Disneyland?
Which now smells like a horse died in it.
Yeah, that's because a child probably died in there. That's probably why it smells bad. That's just another piece of evidence towards my thesis.
Or a girl who exfoliates herself all over the airport lounge.
I just want to be a normal rich girl. Well, you're not, okay? You exfoliated yourself all over the airport lounge. There's no Grace there. Get it?
I had a song in my heart.
Count it.
I got the last rooms. We'll have to pack the sky brats in like sardines.
All right, now we're elsewhere because this movie loves cutting back between scenes like this, where we see how every adult is still either pathetic or mean, or both. But that dad is on the way to the kids, so that's something to appreciate. Come on. And Spencer doesn't even know. He's going to be stoked out of his mind. He said,
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't drive 4 feet to get us.
So now the rest of the kids are at what's called the Hoover International Lodge, which is kind of just this lodge, so to speak, down from the airport. And that's where we meet Darla from Finding Nemo, Mary Lynn. That's my headcanon. She's just as repulsive. And then we jump back to the kids, and they're putting a plan in action. So they escape the UM room with the help of BJ Novak. And okay, another thing I found is, okay, I was like, okay, Mindy Kaling, cool, that's fun. She's Kelly Kapoor. What a fun little cameo. But then I saw BJ Novak, and I was like, okay, you can't have Ryan and Kelly in the same movie without there being some sort of creative consulting. Yeah. So I looked up some of the information about the movie on Wikipedia, the greatest of sources. And I found that, so the movie was directed by Paul Feig. Paul Feig. Feige pudding. So Paul Feig has directed numerous episodes of like smash hit comedy television and film. So like he directed a couple episodes of Arrested Development, The Office. He directed Bridesmaids, and he created Freaks and Geeks. Like, this dude is pretty legit.
My mom's boyfriend says that Christmas is when Frosty the Snowman fights with the devil.
I'd watch that.
I need to get to my sister down at the hotel. She's expecting Santa's sleigh to get there at 4:30 a.m., and if I don't get down there, she's gonna think Santa forgot her. And I can't let that happen, so who's with me?
Man, Spencer's the dang brother of the year, just wanting to make his sister happy. It's so sweet. I wish I loved my sister that much.
I saw this on cable once, but then my dad blocked the channel. Oh, tis the season to be done. It's gonna hurt when I pee.
Charlie the Starly.
Because we are the UM team.
All right, friggin' Captain America coming out of your voice there, Spencer. Atta boy. Patriotism. You can feel it. Fire me up. So then Beef runs out on a long and perilous journey, and we never see him again. Just kidding. We'll see him a little later. And exactly what you're wanting, we're going back to the other subplots.
I'm a certified babysitter. I get paid 50 cents an hour.
50 cents an hour? She wouldn't last a day in Vancouver.
But, Mary Lynn, I already worked my day.
Well, I hope you're not talking on one of those roadside payphones.
You're not at one of those roadside payphones, are you? You're not at the exact location that I'm guessing right now, are you? That's like if you were in a horror movie and there was a scene that was like, you're not standing in front of a dark, unguarded window, totally oblivious to the darkness behind you, are you? The dangers lurking on the other side, are you? And now we're checking back in on the happenings at the airport. So the kids hide from the security in the baggage area, which reminds me of that scene from Toy Story 2 when they're in like the big baggage area in the airport. Those places are so cool. And my guess is that because of the airport location, there's no way they had, okay, because a lot of these sounds that you hear, like dialogue or grunts, it all just sounds like ADR. They must have had to like bring the actors in again and record additional dialogue, and they just add in like these people like, what? And you can tell because it doesn't sound like it's naturally captured as a part of their action in the current moment. How much did this kid weigh? That kid just got shot like it weighed nothing, because there probably wasn't anything in the suitcase when it got hit. But like we're led to believe that there was. And this kid's supposed to weigh like something that weighs light? Oh, ew, she was wearing glasses? That's disgusting. She landed on her neck. Dude, she should be dead. Okay, also, there must have been some crew members that were behind the pile of suitcases here, because you can see them get like, obviously the force and the position that she dove? Where she plunged, nice, where she plunged into the other suitcases. There's no way that other suitcases in the background would have just like tossed themselves up like that. So I can imagine just like a bunch of random PAs just like, woo. Plus there was like a delay. Like she lands and then it takes like a couple like milliseconds for the suitcases to blow up. And now we get to the Unclaimed baggage warehouse, which is a really cool looking place. Honestly, it would be a real dream. Like that's why I love this movie, is because when I think about being in these kids' situation as like a kid, I would be like stoked to be in an airport with like a couple of friends that you like kind of quickly bond with. And now you're in this giant warehouse with God knows what. We got a big bonding montage with the gang. You have The Greatest Showman, you have Jimi Hendrix, you have Michelangelo, and you have London Tipton, all just doing their thing. This is the best scene. Charlie dancing, it's up there with Napoleon Dynamite's dance scene for me. He's just having the time of his life.
What are you doing?
He has a song in his heart, Donna. Leave the kid alone.
What in the Sam hell?
Uh-oh, security cameras.
Slinky, it's Slinky, what a wonderful toy. It's Slinky, fun for a girl and a boy.
Hilarious Slinky jingle. I think that's the greatest thing. I still sing that to this day. Every time I see a Slinky, or just when I wake up in the morning. And now we're going back to the kids. And they're dancing and they're grooving and they're crooning.
No, I mean, I think girls look really good in glasses.
Oh, Spence. Oh, yeah. That really caught you there, didn't they? I think girls. Nailed it. Dude, and he's just so awkward. Why is he holding Grace's arms like that? Imagine dancing with whoever you're dancing with, like a normal person would. You would probably put your hands around their waist. But to hold it like having like T-Rex arms, just craning it around. Don't blow this bag, Spencer. You got this. And now security is here. Uh-oh, once again. So the kids escape and take Van Bork hostage, and they rip down a massive hill down towards the lodge. Okay, let's just take inventory of this unclaimed baggage section while they're like, oh, how are we going to get down to the lodge in time? There's a whole canoe. A whole canoe. Somebody was traveling with that? Do people do that? Because that sounds like a hassle. And leave it.
Last one down the hill is a fired apple.
Rotten egg. Oh.
Oh, you want to speed up, huh? Okay.
Okay, he's clearly not hitting the ground here. He's just like, oh, you want to speed up? Two can play that game. It would probably be really sucky on the sound to actually smack the paddles against the ground in whatever like green screen room they were shooting this in.
Well, this should be interesting.
Into the abyss and dies. What a shot. And just as we thought we forgot him, the beef chronicles continue.
Well, this big one's expensive. You got any money?
He's the real hero. I mean, Aquaman may be a hero, but Beef, he's really showing the true spirit of Christmas. Giving up what he loves most. The value most definitely does not equate to that of like a fresh pine, but... Alright, now we're back to the lodge. Our core gang, our core four, are here now. And they split up to find Catherine, so Grace and Spencer go to find Catherine, and then Charlie and Donna go to distract Porter, who has risen from the grave. Just like a couple of bruises, no big deal. This movie is not committing to killing people off. I'm pissed. I want to shed some blood.
No end of help in a fight, are you?
Oh, maybe not.
Oh gosh, the poor girl blacked out when she said that line. But like, that makes sense. These kids end their production days. Like, she was like 10 years old when she filmed this, so. Yes! Comeuppance.
Oh, you're all in so much trouble.
Uh-oh, once again, the kids are caught by Porter and are now actually going to prison. Big feature from the Sky High teacher, which, and okay, so in my ignorance, I should know this because these are a popular comedy group, comedian. They are a popular comedy troupe called The Kids in the Hall, if you're not familiar. But I just recognized the one dude from Sky High.
I figured it'd be more fun hanging out at the airport than sitting at home with my nanny.
No, it's actually kind of sad.
I'm really depressed.
Mood. Come on. But Spencer is the gall dang star-spangled man with a plan. How is this like not frightening him? If you see 4 screens and they're all walking as if they're in a trance, just in unison, it's disturbing. Why wouldn't you question that?
Could I say something to you? What?
Absolutely unhinged security guard. That slap was real too. Ouch.
Charlie, just because you compensate for your abandonment issues by squeezing yourself into small womb-like spaces doesn't mean everybody else does.
Did she just say womb-like spaces? Gross.
Oh.
You know what? Way to go, Charlie. You held your hands with a girl, and then you immediately beef stewed her. Charlie Starling. And then he saves the Christmas spirit once again. He finds a secret decoration room. So in a really nice, sweet gesture of good faith and goodwill onto men, the kids decide to, throw a little Christmas for everybody in the airport. Beef with the tree. Dude, everyone's having such clutch moments right now. I love it. So good. And I wish I could play this audio, but it'll be copyrighted, but it's a Simple Plan Christmas banger. How could this movie get any better?
Why would I care? This is an airport. You're passengers.
Well, mister, That's where you got it wrong. The airport's not a place. It's people.
Because he didn't keep us from our family. At least, not our new family.
Aw, I love Fast and the Furious. Oh, and everybody, no hesitation. Just sheep. These people will just follow anything blindly. They wake up from like a long night's rest, probably super pissed and exhausted that they can't go back home or leave the airport or see their families. And then they wake up to just these 5 idiot kids ringing bells as loud as the Dickens. Is that an expression? Just shut up. Let them sleep.
I'm looking for Owen Marks.
I'm Owen Marks.
Aw, you're an adorable kid. Never change. And we love character development. So that about does it for this video. Again, what a frickin' film, dude. It's so good. I love it. I watch it every year, and you should too, because it's actually very enjoyable. It's a lot of fun. A lot of good quotes in there. I mean, even though now you pretty well know everything that happens. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit subscribe. Let me know if there's any other movies or shows or anything you would like me to watch or like to see. I always love watching stuff. And yeah, that's gonna be pretty fun. So come along. We'll have some fun together. Not like that. Okay, love you, bye.